Welcome everybody to another episode of Carpet Python TV with your host Manish and Brent Smith over at KHB Reptiles. How are you tonight, Brent?
Excellent. How you going? The headwear you're packing tonight.
Yeah,
Woo!
what can I say? What can I say? Tis the season to be jolly. Ha ha ha! You know, ho ho ho! I'll say the fat man's almost coming around. You know, has to be happy. What are you
It's
expecting in his? What are you expecting under the tree tomorrow, Brent?
some new camera gear would be nice.
Oh
Get
yes,
a,
yes.
that'd be very nice. It's underway. Upgrades are slowly happening, so we've got things in motion. We're just relying on couriers around the world. And I've got a fly in here that's going to drive me batshit nuts.
Oh, so I see
One second.
we've got a new while you attack the fly and get it.
Yes.
We've got a new feature here, so you can see your own little comments on the screen, so we don't have to bounce around from screen to screen. What have you got there? Is that spray?
Yeah, I don't like spraying in here much, but this thing has to die. It's
Uh,
going to drive me insane. Get out.
it,
Out.
it's always important to get the direct heat on those suckers, and then you can. Oh, gee, that's Brent wants a purple dressing gown for Christmas. Yeah, Matt Shanahan, love the hat. Thanks, mate. Ashley Chameleon, looking great. Thank you, thank you. We try around here. Wildborn Oz is there. Now, remember, you can go watch us on YouTube as well. I did do something today behind the scenes. Brent's been nagging me, or I've been nagging Brent about a YouTube channel. So KHP Reptiles is now on YouTube as well. So you can go and have a look at that there as well. Let me just go through all the messages because we only got a few things jumping on the screen here. So Eddie Darnell's there. Hello, Geordie Booth.
G'day, Eddie.
Good evening, gents. Hello. Yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody. Aidan Dempsey, yes, hello again. Ashley Chameleon, yes. Sorry, I'm just going through the message. If I said hello to you already, I'm just reading through it. So if I didn't notice, I'm jumping around all over the place. It's the excitement. It's the excitement. The fat man coming, you know.
Still happening. We're back. We're back.
Only happens once a year. Matt Loveridge, Southern Serpents. Hello, little Santa face. Hello, Santa. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Caitlin K. Kateri Welsh. Hello, I hope I said that right. Zeke Doyle, let's go. Yes. Jeremy Findley, Merry Christmas, gents. Merry Christmas, Jeremy. Yes.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, yes, yes.
so many, so many. It's very busy tonight. You can see people are bored. Ray Toms, hello, mate. Yes. Colin Schumacher, the old favorite of mine. Yes. Hello, mate. Jay Boyle, Merry Christmas. Sarah Jackson, Merry Christmas. Looking forward to seeing what surprises there are. Yes. There's always a Santa bag. There's always a bag full of goodies at Brent's house, isn't there?
Always something under the tree. Always a surprise here or there. And this is one of those clutches that can be a great surprise or one of those presents you just re-gift to someone else. It
Yeah.
can be anything with posset clutches. You just don't know.
Yeah, the Andrew Townsend. Merry Christmas. Yes, hello. So so you just told me you've got 10 days off.
10 days. It's like long service leave for me. I can't remember the last time I had 10 days in a row off. It's fantastic. So thanks to Benny Boy, my number one man who organised the entire staffing and rostering and just told me the dates I'm off. So I'm very happy to be enjoying 10 days from here.
Oh, that's
So
good.
it'll
I wish
be it'll be fantastic.
I had 10 days off, but then there's no rest for the wicked, is there?
Definitely not. Definitely not. It's got to be done. Lots
Uh,
of Merry Christmases out there. It's good to see a bit of Christmas cheer around.
can you read the messages on your screen there? Are you too far away?
I can read most of them. I missed Jeremy Finlay's one about something. It just slipped off the screen before I saw something
Hang on.
about dressing,
Up
dressing,
in you,
dressing
you
something.
want the purple gown for purple gown. Yeah, purple.
Absolutely, absolutely. I
Uh,
wore a special red today for the Buffalo Bills, who won the AFC Gridiron in the
yeah.
East Division. Finally, after about 15 years of the Patriots winning it every year, the
Yeah.
Bills got home. And shout out to my mate Tommy in America, who's my card friend over in the States there, who got me this jersey straight
Yeah.
from the States and shipped it on over.
Oh, that's very nice. That's always nice to have friends in high places, isn't it?
Mate, downtown Chicago, he's my man. He's my card mate there, and he finds me cards, he finds me jerseys, he finds whatever I need, and USPS shall deliver.
Yes, there we go. Let's see what else. Let's see. Merry Xmas, guys. Nick Tonag. I always don't. I don't know how to say his surname. Nick Tonaguzzi.
Yes.
Aiden Dempsey, Brent shout for Xmas prezzies. Yeah, Jeremy Findley just got smiley faces, crying with laughter faces. I don't know how to say those emojis. I don't know what those things represent. I don't use emojis. In all the time you've known me, have I ever used emojis, Brent? Never.
Never. It's a sin of yours. I think once you did an LOL, which made me laugh so hard I nearly fell off the lounge at the time. That the LOLs or the little faces just go nowhere with you.
Yeah, I'll tell you, we want to do a little bit of nonsense, a little bit of shit talking here, because we're not really, we're only supposed to be starting at exactly 7:30, but I thought, let's start a bit early. We're just sitting around. You've got 10 days off, so you'll have a lot of time. You'll probably have a ton of stuff to do in 10 days.
Oh, my wife has a list. There's plenty. I want to get some stuff done too. It's been a while since I've had some time at home, to do some projects. We're trying to renovate. It's just a nightmare time doing renovations now, with the whole world decided renovations where they go while COVID happened. So, so I'm doing a bit myself and trying to get some other stuff done. It's a busy time.
It's a hard life. It's all those first world dramas, yeah.
Yeah, well, I hear a lot of people complaining about the restrictions and all the carry on about only 10 people and we've got to cancel this and Christmas is ruined, and people really need some perspective, man. Think of the guys in 1914 to 1918 who were sitting in trenches for Christmas Day, fighting for their lives. There's some plenty worse Christmases in history than what we have right now, and if people do the right thing, we'll have another Christmas with family next year.
Yeah, and it's I think Christmas is a good time to be grateful for everything that we accomplished in a year, and even if we had tough times there and there's always people that have tougher times.
Absolutely,
always think about it that way. We're struggling, but people struggle, but you always get it. If you just persevere, you always get through to the other side. You have to keep on trying and keep on going.
Yeah, you happy? We got family around you. You're doing very well.
So let's see. So what are we doing tonight, Brent? You sort of people are saying, "Look at these fucking rude, cut them eggs. Let's go." Stop talking.
Look at them. They just want blood. Cut. They just want to see the savage. I'm keen.
Okay.
Yes, Trump.
You tell us.
Trump going. Trump is going great. Trump
is. In all
regards. In his new presidential suite over to the side here.
And, we'll have a look later. Don't stress him out too much.
He's all there. He's happy.
Yeah. It must be nice to just. There'll be a lot of stuff, a lot of updates that we'll do. So the eggs are sort of running low, but there'll be updates. We will do it. Brent's. We've upgraded Brent's little setup there. He should have that in the new next week or the week after, and we'll set up so we can do a few updates on some of the snakes, and as they grow, we can have a look and see how they progress and change colors and stuff like that. And then so what do you tell us what are we cutting tonight, Brent?
Every year I keep back a couple of POS head, usually something double head, and this one's double head granite albinos. Just to keep it interesting, it's a little bit of fun cutting POS double head clutches. I've had one prove out, had a few not prove out. Some prove just head granite, some prove just head albino. So this one's my original male jag, proven breeder, proven double head from you, the original boy, double head granite albino.
Yep.
And this paired to just a wild type girl, Darren Whittaker special, the old wild type. 66% POS double head granite albino. So we can potentially. The absolute dream snake out of this would be the one I've not landed yet, the albino granite jag. Still eludes me after many attempts. But saying that, I haven't done a lot of jag pairings. A lot of them have just been leaving the jag gene out. So this is a long shot of that, but possible. We'd have to get both the sides of the POS head up to get that happening. But if we can get some granites or some nice albinos out, it'll be fantastic. So.
All right. Well, let's start. Let's
jump. These are actually day 60, right on the money, due right here today at December 24. And you can see that egg, that is absolutely absorbed to the maximum. And that's sort of, they get to that stage where I get worried. This thing has sucked in fairly significantly, that whatever's inside it will be very crammed in.
Colin Ray, while you're cutting, I'm just going to correspond to hi, Wall. Yes, good day, mate. Merry Christmas. Colin Ray, Merry Christmas there. Andrew Slender, all wild types tonight, boys. Yeah, probably all wild types. Brent's known for his wild type.
I love a wild type. Wild type for the win.
What have we got? Ooh. Jag?
Probably just a granite. Could be a granite straight off the bat. It looks very light. It's either underdeveloped.
Yeah, I see it. I'm sort of a little bit confused with the back end there. Is it not a jag? Or just a very reduced granite?
No, it's a jag.
Yeah, I thought it looked like a jag.
You're on the money. Yeah, there is some jag. Very reduced pattern jag.
Yeah,
on the sides
there. Yeah. Hold that up to the camera. Let's have a look.
This is one of those eggs that, being so sucked in, I fear that this thing might have been choked up in the egg.
Okay, but it's nice though. It's very clean, the back end there. If it's confusing normally when you open it up, it tends to be something different.
Yeah, just see if I can dig out a head in here somewhere.
Michelle Goadsby, hi boss, g'day mate.
Hi Shelley.
Hi, Michelle, yeah. Michelle works for you.
Yep, Shell #1 driver.
Yeah, she was there. She was there on the stream last time as well.
Yep.
Hi Michelle. Yes. Andrew Splendid. Yes. Chris Fry, yes, alive. Yeah, it's alive.
I don't know about that one. That's a 50-50. I'm not so sure for an egg that's that well sucked in. I would have thought a little bit more.
It's maybe a little bit underdeveloped, yeah.
Possibly, yeah. Possibly died late term, and strangulation in the egg is very sucked in that egg. So
yeah,
possibly not all great there. We'll see.
Who else did I miss? Peter Menegazzo. Hi guys, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Peter. Yes.
Oh yeah. Well, there's the one side of the equation done. A nice albino jag.
It's oddly. It's very dry, the egg, isn't it?
It's certainly ready. I mean, at day 60, these things should be ready to rock and roll. Just get rid of that vein.
Okay, yeah, no, that's very reduced. The pattern though. That maybe it's just because it's
very light.
But definitely a jag. Yeah, you can see the side the saddles on the side. You can see it's much wider than you'd expect from granite. So
extraordinarily reduced on that.
Very interesting. It's very interesting color. A very interesting pattern.
Not that I've ever seen an albino granite jag.
Yeah, no.
I don't think it'd look like that. I think it'd be more zebra jaggy, looking. Let's get rid of this. There's so much blood in the veins of these things.
Yeah.
But that one's alive and strong. The other one's looking fine.
Very good. They've changed the setup here, so we don't have the little screens in the bottom of it, but that's all right. We want to see the full size picture of what's happening. While you do that, I'll just jump with us like this. Let me just go through the different. No, we want this. No. We'll go back to this. Okay, so next egg, let's do it. Ask questions, people. Don't be shy. What a few people hanging around here. That's like a little boob egg, like a very pointy in there.
Yeah, get those little marks where they've been stuck together in the clump. When you tear them apart, you get that really light, thin wall of the egg. It causes them no drama. They will come out of that fine.
Here's a question. What have you got planned for tomorrow from Chris Fry?
Chrissy Fry, tomorrow, family time, off to mum and dad's. See the family, spend some time.
Yeah, I've got the in-laws coming around as well. So, yeah. Very light.
Very light, just a wild type.
Yeah, very light.
And his head is alive and well. Got his head jammed up over the top there.
Yeah, there we go. Interesting.
But wild type, so
Yeah.
no granites as yet. What was the first one? I know we got a jag, a wild type, and a albino jag.
Question: what temperatures are you incubating at? What do you run your incubator at?
31 straight. Get a little bit of variation top to bottom. So these were down low. That's probably why they made it to day 60. So they're probably at 30.5.
Yeah.
Up the top, nothing goes. I think the hottest I've ever seen it up the top's about 31.5. So I'll probably get a degree variance top to bottom. I used to run the fans like many people do to blow the air around, and it certainly does keep a more consistent temp right across all the shelves of the incubator. But over years, they all just hatch. Some take longer, some take less.
Yeah.
I tend to
albino
leave them alone.
No, just
Jaguar.
that's
the egg sac you could see. Yeah.
The yolk I saw. Yeah. Oh, okay. So
at the top, nice light jaggy color.
Yeah, still not the gold that you're looking for. Yeah.
No jaggy jag. No granites yet. 4 down. I'm scared. Albino there though, so that's a head albino at least.
Ray's just asking if you notice any egg tooth. Are you just cutting because why are we cutting? Just because it's sort of around the right time, yeah?
Day 60. At 60, I look at the eggs and assess them. It's generally most eggs in my incubator cooking at 31 at day 60 are more than ready. Like that first one I showed you, and other ones like that like that, they're really sucked in, and it's time that I've had stuff die in the egg at that stage, just because it needs to be out. If the egg tooth's not there, and some of these eggs are really tough. I've noticed just cutting a couple of these are that really hard, chalky, calcium-filled egg that's tough. So yeah, I certainly like to cut them, but the old C-shape cut in the top.
Yeah, is that a jag or is that normal?
I think that's just a normal.
Not a jag? I think it's a jag. That
the head pattern looks very jag.
Yeah, on the side of the neck there. Does the temp help determine sex? No, Carl. With snakes, not normally with snakes. The temperature doesn't affect it. With other reptiles like lizards and things that you can incubate for specific sex, and crocodiles as well. My dog's just going nuts. I just want to go and check if the front door's locked.
Yep. I'm just trying to pull this one. Actually, looks like it's got a little bit of the vein stuck in its mouth, which is something different I've not seen before. Somehow managed to start eating into the sac by itself. See if I can't free that up for it. That would be rather annoying.
Yeah, I don't know why that our pest was going on about barking for no reason. What's going on here?
Nothing, just this little jag just had almost looked like the vein had gone stuck into its mouth. It got stuck, trying to eat its way out of that inner egg sac.
It looks all right though.
Yeah, it's fine.
Have we made up our mind? Is that normal or wild type?
Wild type. I'm gonna go with wild type. Yeah, the head pattern looked a little bit jagged. It's almost got that sort of weird head stamp on top, but now I see more of the body.
Can you see if that one's got an egg tooth?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a normal one. You want to just see if you can see if there's a little egg tooth on the nose. Yeah, there's egg tooth. I saw it just shining in the light. As soon when you've lifted it up, you can sort of see the light bouncing off the light. Pretty sure I saw it then.
Can't see much there, but might have to go back and freeze frame.
And I think I saw it as soon as you pulled it out. Yeah, there's a little tip on the nose there. Pretty sure of it. Okay.
Wild Toby.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed. How many eggs left there, Brent?
2, 4, 6 to go. 5 out. So we're looking average by now. I would have hoped to have seen a granite if it was going to happen.
Yeah, well, they might be in the back end here. So
you never know. What's 11 eggs? So it should be enough there for head to head. 1 in 4 chance of seeing some granite.
Yeah, let's see.
This one looks light. Oh, yeah, just a jag, nice and light.
Yeah, so the odds don't always go your direction. So, but yeah, I don't think from this clutch. I mean, I don't think what were the odds? The odds would have been high from this to come through for both of the genes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, to get a double head to prove out. I don't even know what the numbers are
No.
as to prove out to land the double head. 66% and 66%. It's a low number. I think I did work it out once at 30 something percent chance, maybe. I can't remember. It's been a while. But, the fact is, they will or they won't. They are or they aren't. So it's just a game of you breed out and you see what happens. So I like to do a couple every year. Just keeps it interesting to cut some clutches where you've got no idea. Most clutches I cut, I've got a pretty good idea of what's coming out.
Yeah.
And these clutches,
A jag.
Just a jag.
Very, very reduced though, isn't it? That pattern on the side.
Yeah, I almost thought granite jag for a second when I saw that side, but very dark up that on the other side. So
very nice reduced pattern. Matthew Travis, hey gents, go the wild types. There we go.
Yes, Mr. Travis, we're wild typing it tonight. They're all coming out.
The purists.
Darren will be happy, Mr. Whitaker. He loves a wild type.
Let's see. There's bloody eggs hatching everywhere. My newsfeed that I was going through some of the pages and stuff. Man, there's a lot of snakes this year. A lot.
Yeah, I think everyone's had a reasonable season. It's gone okay.
Everybody's just stuck at home feeding their snakes this year. You know, there wasn't much to do outside, so he just pump fed the snakes. You know, all this red rodent. I know the rodent breeders couldn't keep up with all the
crazy
rats. I think, I don't know. I wonder where all the snakes. Every season I wonder where all the snakes go. You know, like there's so many made, and you wonder where the market just absorbs in them. You know.
Yep. I mean, the hobby's growing well. You know, there's a lot more homes out there that have one or two snakes, and we often know what happens after one or two. You know, many homes turn into homes with 17 or 25. So
wild type, yeah.
Wild type, maybe jag.
No, wild type, I reckon. That pattern is just way too much on the ventral side.
Yeah, fair bit of pattern.
Donna Bennett, hello.
I'd like to see the head on it. Will be
or 45 and counting from Matthew Travis. I don't know what that means. Or 45 and counting.
45. Don't know. 3 to go. We're nearly done.
You still do it.
It's possible. And gee, the albino odds are terrible. For one so far, albino, it's far from fantastic numbers. It happens though. This is like we've talked about, the equalizer, where everything goes so wonderfully for a little while, and then you get brought back to reality with the odds.
He says he has at least 45 snakes. That's what they refer to, the 45.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, what's this? Oh no, Jack.
Jaguar.
That's your typical Darwin-looking jag, though. You know, it's got that greyish brownish base color.
Yep. Very, very Darwin jag looking.
They're not the prettiest jaguars around. Still a nice looking snake, but I can recommend you to try and get the lighter ones. These Darwin jags never end up being really bright. You know.
No, dull as adults and heavy in the pattern as well. They're quite often lots going on.
Although, have you raised albino jags from the granite line that you work with? Have you raised?
Yeah, I've got a couple.
Do they go nice and orange like the granite jags do, or not really?
Not as much. They're certainly bright. I think it's the IJ blood. They certainly pop a whole lot more than. More like the jungle blood jag stuff with albino, albino line with jungle blood. They're certainly considerably brighter than just the Darwin stuff.
Is that another wild type? Wild type, I reckon.
Wild type. They're out
Yeah.
in force now. I don't think we're looking great for the double
No,
prove out.
1 egg to go. Let's just get one more albino. Man, there was low odds for albinos.
One albino
Yeah.
out of 10 so far.
So
And lucky last.
remember to go and find Brent on KHP Reptiles on YouTube. Just subscribe. Click the button, the like button or the subscribe button, and then you'll be able to watch these videos there as well. We haven't dropped any frames, I think, either. Yeah, nice. And you can find Carpet Python TV on YouTube as well. So
most of these would be up on Carpet Python TV, wouldn't they? The previous episodes.
So you can watch it on Facebook and on the YouTube. I think there was one albino out of that whole clutch. Can you believe it?
Yeah, wow. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy.
So you can find go and like those pages, and Brent's page KHP Reptiles on Facebook, and Carpet Python TV on Facebook as well. And you can find the carpetpythons.com.au, the website, and Brent's website is khpreptiles.com.au. Sorry, that's a crazy plugging there for our stuff, but if you want to follow what we're doing, I think the majority of stuff we're doing here is on Facebook at the moment. We've got the little Christmas feel to the stream tonight,
Christmas
feel, yeah, Christmas spirit, wild here today. So just another, let me just go big. So that was so on this fateful Christmas Eve. Not much to write home about it in that clutch.
No, that's happened sometimes, and no Christmas miracle tonight. And the odds were very unkind with just this one little albino jag, which is a crazy looking albino jag. I've got to say, I'm keen to see this thing get up and going and pop out and give us a better look at itself.
Let's see. Put it there in the camera so we can see. What are you doing with that? Which one's that albino?
Yeah, just the albino. I'm just trying to poke around and see if I can see its head.
Yeah.
Just so I can forcefully interfere with it too much and annoy it more than I should.
You wouldn't be doing that with something like a ghost, would you?
I do, but I shouldn't.
But they tend to climb out as long as you don't damage the yolk stalk or the yolk sac. They tend to be doing all right. So
yeah, they're all right. I'll leave it alone. It'll be out tomorrow. They're all. I mean, at day 60, they won't take long to come flying out of those eggs. I'm sure the few of them pushing and shoving around in the egg there when you give them a bit of a poke. So they're doing okay.
No world first tonight. Sorry, folks, but thank you for. Suddenly the viewership just dropped off as soon as we hit that last egg. They're like, yeah, whatever.
That's trash. They're out of there.
But I think we can get a bit of an update. There might be a couple of things that's had a shed since the first show we started. Show us that nice little blackhead again, the blackhead with the little reduced pattern Xanthic blackhead again. That was just a marvelous snake. Has that started eating yet or
beautiful. Not? No, not yet. They're I've only tried them once.
Oh, that is so nice. Definitely one of my favorites there. Yes.
Stunning little animals. That's a really, really reduced, really pinstripe.
Yeah. And have you? Will any of these be available later in the season once they start going, Brent?
I've got a waiting list from last year already for blackheads. There's just never a lot of them. I think I've got like 6 or 8 people, and I think there's only 6 in that clutch, and I'm keeping 1. So it's going to be very tight. And a lot of people messaged me after we did that show too. So
of course,
there's more wants than snakes, sadly.
Yeah. What any of those goats have a shed yet?
Not much. Most of them, that one there, getting very close to.
Let me just go big screen. Hang on. Oh yes, they've got that waxy look to them. Yeah.
Yeah, very, very close to going. Whoops. Sorry about it. You can sit still. Some of these, potential super ghost stuff.
Yeah, that's very light. That was a great clutch as well, wasn't it? That was
beautiful.
One of the best clutches this year, I reckon.
That was a cracker. Obviously, the Chimera clutch was a highlight. Some beautiful stuff, but that clutch had a lot of the really light, super caramelly sort of stuff in it.
Yeah.
What else we got in here? And
Any
it's
of
funny
the,
enough, the Trumpy's the one that shared. There's only one or two others that are shared out of that whole clutch.
is
So he's
oh
leading the
yeah.
way.
Did any of the granites from some of the first clutches that we did? Did any of the granite jags go shed already?
Yeah, I think they're all shed, and a few of them starting to eat very well. It's nice when
Oh,
they kick off. The
like Jaguar, anything with the Jaguar in it is usually got a ferocious appetite. So
they generally eat pretty well.
yeah,
Here's one. I'm not sure if this guy's eaten or not yet. That one, a
nice.
little bit darker one. Now he's shed.
He looks like he's had a feed. He's got that thicker midriff look to it. Oh, a little bit angry, isn't it?
Yep, got the tongue going already. Hey, look out! Get out of there, you little shit.
Oh,
That's what
very
happens
nice.
when you stick your finger in his face. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Where's some of the normal granites?
I say my little Santa in the back of the shelf there looks pretty nice. Yeah, little wavy Santa, little light of Santa. Yeah.
It's very pretty. You've gone all out
I've got
for the occasion.
hold on. I've got the Elton John glasses as well. Oh, there we go. I'm a big fan of the granite. Very nice.
Straight granites, yes, they're beautiful.
The orange eyes on that. Yeah, very nice. He's an active little bugger. Yeah, a few people. Zeke Doyle. He's an active little bugger. That previous one. Yeah, no, they like. That's the thing with carpet pythons, though. You know, like if they can be very off-putting to somebody that's not used to snakes. You know, because they do like to bite when they're young. And then as they get older, sort of around a year at a certain size, they just calm right down, and you can just handle them, no issue. Hang on, this is just Jaguar. That's very
This
light.
one's I think this will be a super caramel Jaguar, fresh shed.
Yeah, very nice.
Very light.
That's
super
very
light
good.
colour.
Nice red head on it as well. Beautiful.
Nice colour. Hopefully,
somebody's asking you where's the secret stuff, Brent?
the secret stuff.
We got secret stuff.
There's no secrets here. There's
did you make any albino granites this year?
Nothing. Zero. One of the clutches didn't go. I wasn't actually trying to make a whole lot of them. I don't need tons of them. I have a few holdbacks. I did sell a couple this year, and I still have one or two. So they're not a snake you don't need 20 of sitting in your collection. So
here we go.
A little Trumpy.
Oh yeah, that music. It's got a little bit of Nero, but man, that's a special snake. Look at it. Yeah, there we go.
Definitely some Nero. It's it's super jag and ghost jag, so there's plenty of jag in there, and it does show it at times when you upset it or push it around a little bit.
It is a xanthic. It is a ghost though, isn't it? Ghost jag.
Yeah, I believe ghost. Yeah, it's very light compared to when other stuff that's xanthic is much darker in those saddle areas, like a lot more contrast of almost black and white with the xanthic stuff, where this is definitely tones of grey and light grey.
Yeah, beautiful. Don't stress it too much.
No, I leave it right alone. My wife came in last night, poked it and moved it around. I wanted to poke her in the eye, so I had to leave it.
I reckon he'll eat. I reckon that snake will eat in the if you offer it food.
It's starting to look like I sort of left it alone because it wasn't really hunting and looking hungry. But right now, it's moving around, tongue flicking as it's moving, which is a great sign to me. It's starting to look like it's time to eat. So I haven't really been forcing it. It's had a lot going on, so I'm just going to put my aircon on it.
Yeah, put on the air conditioner. I don't know what you're doing over there. Come on.
It turns itself off, the rotten thing. It's just too automated.
Oh yes, all your automation is automation.
Automation.
That was the right word. I was
real word.
Real word. Yeah, no, it is. That somebody says that's 1 in a million. I think the odds of making that's far greater than I'd say like 100 million. 1 in 100 million to make a snake out of 2 embryos, because that's really what a chimera is. It's a combination of two two embryonic, two bits of embryonic material, so two zygotes. Is it zygotes? I don't know. I'm a little bit rusty with my biology, but it's two embryos fused together, bits of two embryos fused together to make one snake. So that's why it looks like that, and that's why it survives, because normally the super jag doesn't survive, all leucistic with black eyes. What was that snake? Has that got black eyes? You said that
has got black eyes, and that concerned me when I first saw it, thinking you don't really want too much of that super jag, the leucistic part of it, towards the head and the top end, the lung area.
Yeah.
But that one's not too bad. It's got black eyes, but the whole head's ghost jag. There's only just one section below its neck that is the white patch, and that you can certainly see it in that white patch where it's sunken back in, where that lung tissue hasn't formed as well. Yeah. So then that's what kills them. So it's only a very short strip where it's white up the top. So hopefully that's enough that it can get the job done with it, oxygen going in. So
just we've been corrected here. It's automation, Darren Boswell. Thanks, Darren. That's why you're the brains in the outfit.
Thank you, mate. Geniusness.
We pretty fried after all our hours that we pulled in the last few weeks, Brent. So yeah, I forgive you about the automation.
Automation.
Is there anything else? Can we do a group club? Have you sorted out all the albino super zebras and stuff? Have you sorted them into their own tubs already?
Yeah, they're all off in their own tubs. I took some photos just before I put them in.
Yeah, so go and have a look at Brent's page, KHP Reptiles. It's all the group shots on there. Anything out of that clutch that you particularly enjoy looking at, or is that the Sunglow Super Zebra? Oh, yes,
Sunglow Super.
And the tail is good. The
tail's not bad. It's got one little kinky bit in it, but it's certainly probably one of the better tails I've seen on some of the supers.
Let's have a look at the tail. Don't mind. Sorry
for
you're stressing. Look at those other snakes just sitting there. Little eggs in the background there, yeah.
They're just chilling out there. They're happy. It's warm enough in here. They feel like they're still in the incubator. Don't worry.
Yeah, let's have a look at this snake. So what's the tail? Let me have a look at this tail and see. Is that a jag, or is it a Sunglow jag, or is it a...
No, I believe it's just Sunglow.
Well, I think that would probably be a better snake than
absolutely. Yep, it doesn't do any weird jaggy things. I'm going to let that crawl across by itself, so you can just see right at the tip.
Yeah, and right up
see that little kinked end. And what I find with these supers happens, it almost constricts itself enough that the tissue die off right on that tip, and it'll fall off by itself. You won't even have to intervene with that at all.
And for those of you that go, but look at when they get bigger as well, and they gain more muscle around the tail area and the vent area, they tend to straighten out the tail area, the kinks in a snake. The older they get, the less you can actually even notice the kink in it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's something. In the first time I ever made them many years ago, I fell into the trap, like everyone said, snip. Do a little cut the curly bits off, and ones that are extremely curled up, you feel like you're doing them a favor, snipping them. Since then, I've left them, and they shed, and you've got to sit there and unwind the tail and help them shed off. But like you say, when they get bigger, they amazing ability to fix their own issues. Yeah. And I've had things with a 90-degree kink in the tail that have straightened themselves out after 12 months, and it's just got a little bump at the top of the tail. You would not believe it's the same tail on that snake. Like their ability to fix things is unbelievable. So I remember talking to Robert Johnson about it at the reptile vet in Penrith, and I took that one with that really bad 90-degree and a curly bit on the end, and he said, just leave it alone. He said, let's just see what it does, eh? And whether he knew or whether he just didn't want to interfere with it, he was right on the money. Left it alone, and I'm glad I did. We could have gone in and done some pretty harsh chopping and surgery on an animal like that, but best left alone. Funny enough, reptiles have an amazing ability to fix their own. Check this one out. This one's a little Sunglow Zebra Jag.
Oh wow!
Crazy colours.
Oh,
the contrast.
Yeah. No, that's what I said to you about that clutch. I'd literally hold every snake and raise every snake in that clutch, and then get rid of the excess males as they get, as you see what they are. Although that whole clutch was just spectacular.
Yeah,
That is so nice, isn't it? Look at that. I
stunning.
see a lot of guys. I see a lot of breeders post that they made that something's a sun glow, and you look at it and you go, "There's no way that's a sun glow." When you compare it to a snake like that, and you see how orange that is, how contrast it is, and you look at some of the stuff that some just clearly just normal albinos, then you go, "Okay."
Yep. I mean, you can tell this is what I think was albino super zebra jaguar.
Hold on, let me just go.
So you can see the difference in the color.
Yeah,
they're straight back to that pinky type color.
That's still a beautiful snake as well. That's you think that's a jag? That looks like a jag as well.
Yeah, I think jaguar.
That's got a very nice tail on it too. Oh, that's almost got a perfect tail on it.
One little tiny hook on the end, which get him out. Boy or a girl? Oh, it's a girl. It's a keeper. So you can see that. You see that head movement then?
Yeah. That's the one that we cut open and we said, yeah, that head looks like it looks like a jag when it moves. Yep. Man, that's going to be a beautiful snake as well. Oh yeah, there
absolute stunner. Yeah, really nice. There was two that I think are albino super zebra jaguars.
Yeah.
This one's got a fantastic tail. I was really happy with that tail. It's just got that same as that other one, a tiniest of little hooks right on the very tip.
Yeah. That is very nice, that tail. There's people, I would love to own one of these one day. Yes, I don't know. Not many people make them. I mean, that's because it was sort of a no-no.
It was the can't do it. You're wasting your time. People.
Yeah. I said that to you when you did the pairing the first time. I said, I think that's a weighted clutch when you made that first one.
Yep. You're saying, they die in the egg. And I said, yeah, that's what they say.
And then you made the first one, and it wasn't as good as this clutch. And then the second time round, man, this was just a crazy clutch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brent, how's the albino bred? You don't have any albino bredlis there anymore. They're all in the big room, yeah.
In the big room, and there is a clutch due to be laid today, which is the albino Bredli male. A couple of males I held back from the first year. By some freak of nature, managed to get 4 males in that first year, which kind of frustrated me. But this is their first shot at breeding, and it looks like they've got the original head girl done. She's due to lay. I thought she would have laid this morning. Actually, she did the magic, closed the door on the lay box, pushed all the sphagnum moss over the door, and locked herself in, which is normally a sign that things are about to happen.
Yeah.
Maybe tonight, maybe Christmas morning, there'll be a nice surprise of she's a pretty big girl too. I'm hoping she can, punch out low 20s, 25 would be fantastic from her.
They're very good. Matthew Travis says, how do you bring yourself to sell your hatchlings? I've got deposits on 2 of mine, and it hurts the thought of them going. Yeah, well.
Absolutely. There's, like we talked about that clutch there, I could keep nearly every animal in that clutch as I'm setting them up. It's just, I want it, and I end up putting the silver stickers you'll see on so many of those. And I know I'm not going to keep them all, but I want to see them at 6 or 9 months old, and pick out, what I want to keep. And it comes down to sexes too. Females keep more females, don't need 5 of the same sort of gene male. So unfortunately, some males get sold off. But it's hard. It's every year I try and keep less, and last year wasn't a great year, I've got to say. I did not do exceptionally well, where 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, there's about 28 holdbacks from last year, which is too much. You can't.
But you're also not trying to kill yourself. I mean, you could hold back a lot more.
Could do, but I look at it like in the main breeding room, I might have 50 adults, 60 adults, and I don't breed them all every year. So you've got to sort of cycle different things. Some girls get to have a rest. They don't have to go every year. They can eat more, relax, and come back the year after. And depends what I'm trying to make. I'm often breeding for things that I want, not just trying to make clutches. So I've got to wait for something to grow up to pair up. And eventually, I guess some visuals can replace hets. Yeah. But then I've still got all the hets, the original het, granite stuff, double hets from you. I keep in one rack at the end there, and don't breed them every year. They just sit there and chill. It's I don't like to sell adults, to be honest with you. It's not something that I'm in a rush to ever sell adult snakes.
I reckon. I mean, and I think that sometimes you just have to. I remember when I had tons of them. Like I had stuff there that was just. I mean, I had snakes that were older than my kids, and they had no real monetary value, but it's where it all started. A lot of the stuff that I kept was the stuff that made the really striped carpets, and a lot of the original zebras and zebra jags and stuff. They would have just retired. A lot of the stuff do retire, and I
Yep.
just think, when something gives you when something really works and gives its life up and breeds every season and gives you 6, 7, 8 clutches, I mean, the least you can do is to let that girl retire and let her just have a relaxing rest of her life, especially when they can get to the age to 25th. So I see guys advertising females directly after they've maternally incubated, without even getting them to feed. And you go, man, how do you do that? I just,
Yeah,
I,
it's
I
harsh.
just don't understand how they can do that. I really don't.
No, very harsh. I've got my original Darwin het albino male that started everything that's albino in here, besides the double head stuff from your line. He came from that boy. He made the
Yeah,
first albinos that made the first sun glows, that made the first albino zebras, which made the first super zebras. That generation, over time, all comes from one Darwin boy. Old Leroy Brown is his name. He still sits in the top shelf of a Python rack. He's a big boy. He's well over 10 years old, and he just lives out his time. He hasn't bred for 6 or 7 years, I think, and
and he
I'm going to
doesn't.
probably pull him out next year. I reckon I'm going to give him another run. I reckon he probably deserves another shot.
And I reckon that they end up not needing that much food either. Like a good meal every 2 or 3 months. I think we grossly overfeed. I mean, that's a topic for its own discussion.
Yep.
But I mean, I,
Yep.
I I look at guys that catch pythons in the bush, and see a female with low body weight, and then they've got 20 eggs inside them. And you go,
Yeah.
but why do we have so much fat reserves in our snakes? And it can't be good for them long term. So. But I don't want to hold. I want to try and get back to the family stuff. I don't want to let this go on forever. Let me just see one more question. One more. How old do you retire your snakes? Just last question from Stephen Snowy Johnson. What?
Oh,
What?
they don't really. I think my oldest snake's probably 14 or 15. Big Bradley boy, and I bred him a couple of years ago, so he may come out to do some more clutches again. It's just like I say, I don't breed everything every year, so
Yeah.
he'll just live out his time. These snakes live 20, 25 years without any issue at all. So
Yeah.
I'm happy when you sign up for one. You got to let them live out their time. It's no point just palming them off because they're past what you're trying to do with them. So
Yeah.
no expiry date really. You're in for the long run. You're going to play the long game.
Yeah. Okay. So thanks for that, Brent. Not not not
Thank
the
you,
mo-
mate.
not the most exciting night, but I think it's good that we to see the old 2020 off on a high note, at least a little bit.
Yep. We never know. There's still 2 or 3 more clutches there. So over
Yeah.
the Christmas break, we might have a little more entertainment, and a couple of the Moonglow clutch will be exciting. That's always one to chase down some crazy 1 in 32 odds
Oh, yes.
Moonglow. And there's another nice clutch, Zebra Jag Head Albino to Sunglow Zebra Jag. So
That'd
that
be a good
could
one.
also, yeah,
Some more.
more albino supers maybe. We'll
It'd be
see.
it'd be interesting to compare the tails on the two different clutches as well. Was it a
Yes.
different was it a different pair, different father?
Same father as the other clutch.
Yeah,
This
different.
one is the repeat pairing of the clutch that produced last year. So it'll be
Oh,
interesting to see the difference in the two lots this time based on the females' results. So I'm
oh,
much happier with this lot. The lot that's out, I think, is a better result than what we got out of last year's.
yeah, well, yeah, it's been a good year all around. Okay,
Been
so
great.
I just wanted to say thank you for everybody that's supported us with this little occasional live stream with the eggs and stuff. I hope people enjoy it. I think we have gotten a little following with the people that keep the repeat faces on the stream.
Yep.
And I
Thanks,
just want
guys. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for liking. Thanks for the comments. It's nice, and a lot of people have actually shot me messages, which I appreciate a lot. People thanking, and say they're learning things, and it
to,
makes it worthwhile. If you sat here and do this and never hear any good feedback, it'd be pretty boring, and you'd probably give it up pretty quick. But everyone's been been saying they've enjoyed it, so I'm happy. It's
Yeah,
it's good to give something back.
a few ups and downs this year, but I think we've sort of gotten to a format that works. But we'll work our way through it. The breeding season, the egg hatching season's only a certain part of the year, so we might have to do some other shows on how to get hatchlings to feed. Now that you've got yourself, now we're setting you up so you can do that type of stuff.
Yep,
You can work
definitely.
through how to get hatchlings to feed and how to force feed and assist feed and all that type of stuff. We can't use the word force because that people get outraged. It's that era that we're living in.
It's what it is, but yeah, I mean, all year round there's something going on. So whatever's relative to Matthew Travis had a good idea the other day. Sexing, popping. It's the right time of year now with hatchlings that pop, sex things, getting things feeding. Stuff getting up into getting ready to breed. There's a lot going on. So hopefully we can keep giving back some information, and people want to know things. We can try and help them out.
Yeah. Okay, and just from me, Brent, thanks a lot for everything this year. Thanks for all the support, mate. I really appreciate it. I know I always...
both ways, mate. You are my tech advisor, so you've brought me into the 21st century in many areas. So thank you, mate. I appreciate it. It's good we push each other to go further and be better.
Yeah, and 2021's we're going to push a little bit more, huh? Yeah.
Always bring it on.
Okay, and for all of you guys, I hope you have a great, a blessed Christmas day. I mean, with a family, and be grateful for everything that you've got this year. I mean, we're very privileged to be in Australia. For all the overseas guys watching the show, a Merry Christmas to you guys as well. And let's all keep our fingers crossed and hope that 2021 is going to be a far better turnout and better situation than we had in 2020. It can only get better. I mean, you can't get worse. So, I mean...
let's hope. It's a long road. I think it's not going to happen overnight, but if we just keep doing the right things, it'll get better in time.
Yeah, I think we're very privileged in Australia, regardless. So, remember to check out Brent's page, KHP Reptiles. Remember to go and like and subscribe to him on YouTube. We should be apparently. I set up the page today, so it takes 24 hours for the live stream side of things to go on. But I'll probably upload this stream and the last few streams that I've got saved onto there, so you can go and have a check, have a look at it. There'll be playlists as well to find things a little bit easier. We'll mark the videos in this time now where I'll be a little bit have a few days off. That's the type of stuff that I can do. And we'll see you guys maybe during. We'll announce it when we go live again. Hopefully in the next during the next 10 days or so, we'll do another show, and then early next year we're doing the Australian Reptile Q&A again. So we'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching, Brent. I'll speak to you afterwards. And sure. Guys, thanks. Have a great night, and hope Santa brings you lots of presents. Good night.
Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas.